Don't be weird, Will.
Okay, sorry.
It really was in that video. They talked about an ancient Greek guy named Pythagoras who figured out this thing that was so important that they named him after him. Okay, after some dude named Pythagoras. All right, This only works. The Pythagorean theorem only works in right triangles. Do not start doing the Pythagorean theorem in every triangle. It only works for right triangles, and that's a triangle with one right angle. Okay. They didn't mention it in the little video, but the A and the B are called the leg. I don't know why they didn't call them legs, because that's the appropriate word for those things.
But I heard you said someone called it the base and height.
Yeah, that was good. The base and the height are the ones that make the right angle. And guys, the legs are always the two sides that come together that make the right angle. Okay? And that's what it says there. And then the...
What?
What? Okay. Hypotenuse. Must be Greek for something. All right, and that's the side opposite the right angle. I remember in high school, guys, going right to the right angle and drawing an arrow. Go right angle and draw an arrow to the side opposite the right angle. That's considered the hypotenuse. I got a bad joke about hypotenuse. I'll tell it to you guys later.
There's a Key and Peele
Is there?
episode too, but it's not approved for school.
Okay.
But look up Key and Peele.
My son Johnny's in 7th grade. He was watching Key and Peele, just laughing. He had it on his phone. He's laughing.
It's very inappropriate. You won't be able to watch it here, but if you go home and Google Key and Peele hypotenuse, you'll see it.
Funny?
Yes.
Those guys are funny. All right. So C is the hypotenuse, and A is a leg, and B is a leg. So our right triangles, guys, have 2 legs and one hypotenuse. They don't have any arms. Nobody laughs at anything I say.
I mean, you're not even paying attention, but I got that.
That's so funny, people. Thank you, Chuck.
Could you say it again?
Yeah, start listening every once in a while, Will. You'll hear my
I was
jokes.
writing things down.
Okay.
Same here.
All right. I'm tired. It is first period, everybody.
All
right. Right triangles have a very special relationship among the sides of, side lengths, and what it is in every right triangle. Here's the wording of it, and then we'll write the math down. In every right triangle, the sum of the squares of the legs is equal to the square of the length of the hypotenuse. That relationship is called the Pythagorean Theorem, and that relationship is a squared. Pen's not working.
Squared plus b squared c squared.
There it is.
It's being late. You can just keep writing.
Lag.
Lag.
Holy cow. Shows up all of a sudden. Catch up, please. All right, here it is. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay? Put that in the long-term memory. It's an easy formula to remember. Think about your order of operations. The order of operation, you always have to do your exponents first. Okay? So when we do a couple problems, you can grab your calculator and see how this works. All right, let's find the missing side length. Again, we're going to expect you guys to write equations. Write equations. Okay? So let's find the missing length. Round to the nearest tenth, which is 1 decimal spot. I saw in that little video they did it to 2 decimal spots. But we're going to do it to 1 decimal spot, if it doesn't work out even. All right, so we know a squared plus b squared equals c squared. There's the Pythagorean theorem. We got ourselves a right triangle. Okay? Which part do we not know?
C squared.
The C. Okay? So we're going to be solving for C, and there's going to be a new little way to solve equations that maybe you guys haven't seen before. I'm going to show you guys here in a minute. Okay. The kids always ask, which one's A, which one's B? It doesn't matter. Because here's why. Because you're gonna end up adding them together, and does the order of addition matter at all?
No.
So it doesn't. So just label one of them A and one of them B. You totally could have done it A, B that way, or you could have gone A for the 18 and B for the 24. Okay. Now here we're gonna write our equation. 24 squared plus 18 squared will equal c squared. Now let's practice with our calculators here. Jackson, please come to class with a calculator. You need it every day. Scooter, where's your calculator? Excellent, get it out. Do you guys know where your x squared button is on your calculator?
Yes.
There's an x squared button. Or you can use your exponents button. Okay? What's 24 squared?
576.
Oh, it's
What is it?
576.
576. Somebody verify that. Plus. Hit clear and hit 18 squared and then stop. What's 18 squared? 324. Okay. Guys, I'll show you guys some tricks on how to save time with this. Keep 324 on your screen right now. Right, the 18 squared. Everybody got that? Just hit plus 576 and equals. And leave that number on your screen. Boss, what's that big number? 900? Nice. This one works out evenly. So 900 equals c squared. Do it again if you didn't get 900. Okay? Guys, this is what you guys have to do for all your problems.
On my calculator, you can just do 24 squared plus 18 squared, and it'll come out with 900.
Okay, that's good. Does it show you these two numbers on your screen or not?
No, it does not.
No. Okay. That's that. If you can do it right all the time, Al, I don't have a problem with that. Go right from here to there. But make sure you write this down. Now, here's the new thing. We have to take the square root of both sides of an equation. Have we ever done that before? Okay, good. Here's how you show that. Square root symbol, square root symbol. Because we got to get c squared to become c, the only way to do that is to take the square root of it. And I'm going to flip things around here. So c equals, everybody take the square root of 900 on your calculator. Make sure you know how to do that. 900, find your square root button. Okay.
Wait, how do you square root again?
Okay, it's different on different calculators. Let me see what you got there, Chuck. Help each other out. Siobhan, turn the lights on, please.
I did the same thing. I'm trying.
Can't see anything. Yeah.
Whoa, oh my god.
Hello.
So X square button, that's right. You're going to hit activate it with your second. You got to type that in first. Do it second. Square root, then type 900, then hit equals.
Sorry,
You got it?
I'm sorry.
What's your
Well,
Do not
it's all
check
fine.
there.
Hi, recording person.
I don't know what to do
Hi.
anymore.
Hi.
Don't care. All right, guys, what's the square root of 900?
30.
30. Now, is that a logical answer for the hypotenuse of that right triangle? Hey, what is the hypotenuse? What's the size of the hypotenuse compared to the legs always going to be? Bigger. Guys, the hypotenuse is always the longest side in a right triangle. So, here's the work, guys. You guys got to show for tonight. Write down the Pythagorean Theorem. Throw the values in there. Use your calculator. You might have to take the square root of both sides. That's the new thing. Okay? But it seems like we've done that before, so that's good. All right, jump to the next page. Now, it's not always the hypotenuse that you're trying to find. Okay? And whoever typed up these notes, Miss Thielen or Miss Perillo, they were way too nice to you guys. They told you what, I'm going to call it like X or something. I'm not going to tell you it's B. Okay, you might say X. Anyways, let's do this. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Write down the Pythagorean Theorem for every problem. Why would I make you guys do that? Why would I make you guys write down the Pythagorean Theorem? Yeah, you're going to remember. It's easy to remember.
Wait,
Okay?
that's wrong.
What's that?
The B isn't the hypotenuse. It's one of
The
the
B is not the
legs.
hypotenuse. I agree. The B is one of the legs.
Oh, so they messed it
No, they didn't.
He's
So,
just saying.
which part is the A?
up.
The 3.
The 3.
Everybody label the 3, put an A by the 3. So, Lily, the 8 miles is what variable? The C. And then that's why I said Miss Pearl or Miss Thielen way too nice to you guys. Tell me that one's B. Okay? So, let's take these numbers and plug it in to the Pythagorean Theorem. 3 squared plus, we do not know B, that's the one we're going to solve for. So we're just going to leave it B. So we got it squared. Equals 8 squared. Okay? Maybe without a calculator. Miss Nika, 3 squared. 9. Excellent. Guys, what's the knucklehead kids say 3 squared is?
6.
6.
I said 2.
Oh God, if you said 3 squared was 2, I don't even. There's not even a word beyond knucklehead to call you. Okay, equals 64. Because 8 squared is 64. Now it's a 2-step equation. What are we going to do first to start to get b by itself? Let's subtract 9 from both sides first. Do not take the square root of both sides. That little trick doesn't work out. All right, b squared equals 55.
Yes.
I know that this one doesn't work out evenly, so we're going to round to the nearest tenth. Everybody show taking the square root of both sides, please. Okay, the square root of b squared is b. Now, well, the square root of b squared is b. And then what's the square root of 55? Rounded to 1 decimal spot. What is it? 7.4.
Yeah.
So, 7.4, we always label it miles.
Oh, shoot.
Okay? Does everybody know where their square root button is? Okay? Scotty, let Jackson practice a couple times with your cat so he knows how to use his calculator on it. All right, next one is we're trying to find c. Okay? Write the equation. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. There's the Pythagorean Theorem. Okay. Ms. Dolson, plug all the values in. How would you write your equation with the numbers plugged in?
9 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared.
Excellent job, Jen. Hey guys, could you have written 12 squared plus 9 squared? Yes. The order of the legs does not matter. Bartel, do you know 9 squared off the top of your head? Excellent. Do you happen to know 12 squared? 144. Good. Again, if you use your calculator, that's fine. Okay. Make sure you add these pieces together before you square root them. Let's see, it's 5. Is it 225? Okay. 225 equals c squared. Now, to get c squared to become c, I got to take the square root of it, but make sure you take the square root of both sides. Whatever you do to one side, you got to do the same thing to the other side. So flipping this bad boy around, somebody take the square root of 225. 15. Is that a logical answer? Okay, 15. The biggest side. You're going to see a pattern for a lot of these numbers eventually.
Carpenters use this all the time.
And I think architects,
Yes.
carpenters and architects.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Got a right triangle. We'll plug the values in. Where does everything go?
8 squared plus b squared
Sweet, that's the one we don't know. Very good, Will.
equals 24 squared.
Nice. Equals 24 squared. Oh, I meant to say this earlier. Guys, before we do any work, what do you know about the value of b as far as its size?
Squared.
Ah,
It's less than our hypotenuse and bigger than
so it's less than what number?
less than 24 meters and is bigger than 8 meters.
Well, according to the looks, it's going to be bigger than 8, but it's definitely going to be less than 24.
Are the legs always less than the hypotenuse?
Always. The hypotenuse is always along the sides. So, like,
Wait, how do you know which ones? If it gives you B, how do you know which one's A?
excellent question. Do you know which one is the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is always, I remember doing this in high school, Cholet. Start at the right angle and draw an arrow pointing away from it. The one that points to is always the hypotenuse. It's never, the hypotenuse is never connected to the right angle. It's always opposite. These are the legs. The legs are connected. So if that's B, this is A, and that's C. Will, in your head, 8 squared.
64.
B squared equals, well, what was 24 squared? I don't know.
576.
576. Leave that on your screen, and then subtract 64 from it. I'm going to do that in my head. Is that 512? Okay. B squared equals 512. We don't want B squared. We want B, so we got to take the square root of both sides. Somebody type in the square root of 512. What is it?
2.6.
Round it to one decimal spot. 22.6.
6.
Okay. Have some confidence, Will. 22.6 meters. Somebody verify that. Right? Did we round it to one decimal spot correctly? The answer's showing here. All right. Now. That's correct. Okay. Jumping to. We already did that. All right. If you reverse the parts of the Pythagorean theorem, you have formed what they call its converse. New word probably for a lot of you. The converse is when you take something that's true and you switch it around. Take something that's true and switch it around. All right, you can use this when you know all the side lengths of the triangle and you want to know whether or not it's a right triangle. So, here's a statement. If a triangle is a right triangle, then the Pythagorean theorem works. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. If you take those facts and switch them around, well, if a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then the triangle is a right triangle. Okay? So the second part is called the converse of the statement of the right triangle, or of the Pythagorean theorem. All that means is, if they give you three lengths, use the Pythagorean theorem, and if you get a true statement, it's a right triangle. If you get a false statement, it's not a right triangle. Okay? Determine whether each triangle with sides of given lengths is a right triangle. Use the converse of the Pythagorean theorem to justify your answer. Remember.
They didn't give us a triangle.
Right?
What do we do?
Draw a picture.
Do you need to draw pictures? What do we know about those three numbers?
Okay. Well, which one has to be the hypotenuse? 41 has to be the C. Okay? So, we know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay? We know that 41 has to be the C. The a and the b, it does not matter, the order of them. So I'm just going to do it the way that they have them written. 9 squared plus 40 squared. And then we're trying to find out if that equals 41 squared. I'll put a little question mark above the equal sign. Because sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Let's see. That's 81 plus 1600. I can square 40 in my head. Somebody square 41. Type in 41 and square it. Is it? Nice. That's a good thing. JB, in your head, add 81 and 1600. 1681. Really, you couldn't add those two in your head? All right. Does 1681 equal 1681? Every day of the week. So, yes. Right triangle. This one is, it worked. The Pythagorean theorem worked. I know a lot of you are saying, well, is it going to work every time? Well, there's going to be some times where it doesn't work. Watch this example. Okay. 5, 10, and 12. Moss, which side has to be the hypotenuse? The 12. There's C, there's A, there's B. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. 5 squared plus 10 squared. Does that equal 12 squared? Again, I'm going to put a question mark above the equal sign. We don't know. Okay? Abigail, square 5. Square it. I can't hear you. 25. Plus 10 squared? 100. Sorry to ask you all these very tough questions. 12 squared? Oh, God.
144.
Thank you. Again, Abigail, can you add 25 plus a hundo in your head? 125. Very good. I'm glad you did that in your head. Abigail, does 125 equal 144?
No.
Never. Okay? Guess what, guys? It's not what? Guys, this one is not a right triangle. This one is not a right triangle. Okay, try 3 and 4 on your own. Go. Lily, you got 3 at the board.
Okay.
Val, you got 4. I'll put them in the grade book. Put them in the grade book.
You want me to do it on the computer? Oh, great, okay. I'll write it down.
How were they? Really?
Well, yeah. I was too.
Did they put degrees when it was that, you know?
Oh, I just did, yeah. If they wrote the equation, yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't too long questions, but they were only half.
Okay. No, that's good. I'm glad the grades were good.
You guys are lucky. Your pop quizzes were good.
Yeah, you're lucky Miss McCall graded them.
Yeah.
Swede. Swede. You
Yeah, most of it is right.
just okay.
I'll do your third grade too.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as they wrote
No, actually, it's not right.
Taking a bunch, but sorry.
Nice job, Porter.
I don't think
Yeah, I
Once we get it
know.
right,
Need a calculator.
I'm the boss.
you got what I got.
I thought she had to type it easier than this.
I can score 60 in my head. I equal 3,600.
Yeah, I know. I have all the numbers on my computer. Alright,
Some things are gonna work out.
and then that's.
Yeah, it worked out.
That equals 3,600.
Yeah,
So does 3,600 equal 3,600?
yes.
Yes. Right triangle. There you go. You can abbreviate it. That'd be fine. So the first one worked out. The two small sides equal squared. Added together equals the big side squared. That means you got a right triangle. Notice, guys, we did mix the numbers up on you. You had to be smart and use the C as your biggest number. If Val's just zipping through this. Susan smart and put not equal. 41 does not equal 49, so no. So put right triangle, because it is still a triangle, but it's not a right triangle now. So no right triangle. Sweet. That's the Pythagorean Theorem, guys. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Signing off. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.